Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chan Chan. This is Shania from Shania Forever, and I'm so happy that we made it to this point because we have entered weight training. And so you're seeing this workout, but reminder that I'm going to start this workout and continue it for 1 month, and then you'll see what it did for me on the next workout video. All right, so I am going to show you guys squats, lunges, deadlift, and abs using weights today. My weight of choice is 10 pounds on each arm for my lunges and my squats, and then I'm going to do 20 pounds each on each side for my deadlifts. And then for the abs, I'm going to go from 20 to 10. I think I'm going to start heavy and then go light. So I wanted to show you guys what the workout videos have done up until now. So you see that we have gotten a better shape, and we also we've lost some fat. The body fat percentage is not where I need it to be, but that's due to eating. Because to me, the body has shown results from the calisthenics and the cardio that we've done. Mind you, we're just ending summer. The kids are going back to school this week. So that means that I should give myself a round of applause because I have not gained any weight during the summer, and that was due to the workout videos that I was posting on here each and every month. So I hope you tuned into that before you started this weight training, because those videos are very important and essential before we start weight training, right? And so the first workout, we're going to have 3 sets of 15. So let's get into it. It's squats. So I have my gloves. These are in my Amazon link. This top is in my Amazon link. These shorts are in my Amazon link, just in case you're in. So I'm going to just dock my progress to see what I look like. It may benefit me to record the last day of this workout so that I can see if my form improved, and of course, to make sure that that body fat percentage is going down, and if you're able to definitely see the difference in my muscles. So I'm going to do a front version, a side version, and a back version, because all of these exercises are going to create definition in your legs, your back, your butt, your back, and your arms, and your core. So I want you guys to have every different angle, all right? So the first squats, I'm gonna do, I think they call these hammer curls while we're squatting, all right? So the weights are going to work for the legs as well, but we're also gonna utilize our arms while we're doing it. So let's start with 15. So 1, squeeze up, 2, squeeze up, 3, 4, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, 1. Oh, I can tell I don't do weights a lot. I have to catch my breath while I'm doing so. I'm gonna tell you guys, make sure to do the 3 sets, okay? So give yourself a count for your breath, because other than that, if you don't give yourself a limit, you're gonna just sit here and be breathing all day. I gave myself a 5 count. I breathed as big as I could for 5 times, and now we gotta do it. So let's go. Woo! 1, paying attention to your form. 2, trying to keep your body as upright as possible. 3, squeezing your core and your glutes. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, Jesus! 2, one more, 1, So let me tell you what happened on that one. So on that set, my knees were I could hear it crunching more, which is good. Let those knees feel something. Also, my arms finally got tired. So my arms got tired on like 13. And that's really good because I didn't expect that. But because my legs are such a huge muscle group in my body, I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna show you from the back because you guys have to see that I'm squeezing my glutes up because I don't want nobody being like, because some people may come for me. They may be like, her butt hangs low. My butt could be all the way here. That's what y'all don't know. My butt could be on my leg chilling down here. So I'm extremely proud of the height that it has because I guess y'all want my butt to be up here. But nonetheless, we're looking at the peripheral now. We're going to see what doing weighted squats or how high it's gonna lift my butt. I'm very interested to know that. So let's do 15. I love that I'm making a video because I'm so tired. I can talk to you guys. So guys, I actually have had comments in my social media where they're like, oh, her butt hangs low. And I'm saying to myself, guys, you have no idea. If I didn't do what I do today, my butt would literally be down here. So, because this is heavy. Look, that's heavy. So if you have any type of big chest, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If anyone comes for you and your chest is down here and it's huge, they have no idea how gravity is like pulling on your body. So I'm interested to see what weighted squats are going to do and if this is gonna become a little bit higher. I don't expect it to be up here on my back, but I do think we're gonna have a slight lift, which will reduce the cellulite. What I think is gonna happen, you guys can quote me on this, is the cellulite you see right here and here is going to pull up like this. That's what I think is gonna happen. So watch what I'm telling you. All right, let's see the significance of weight training, right? So let me pull up these shorts. Let's go. Your focus is on keeping your head up and your shoulders back when you're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Plant your feet. Put your weight in your heels. 5, I think I'm on 6, but whatever. 6, 7. Look up. 8. Woo. 9. 10. 5 more. Jesus. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. 1. Jesus. All right. Guys, first workout done. Now let's move on to lunges, which is next. All right, guys, so I was able to observe the director doing the exercise, and what I do see as a male is that you actually should definitely have a breath count. Make sure you know how long you're going to rest. He feels that something else you should know is to pace yourself so that you do not come out of your form. So when you start slouching over, that means you need to regroup, and you also need to pay attention to your foot placement. You don't want your feet ducked. You want to make sure that your feet are probably shoulder width apart and that you're actually curling that weight when you come up. So he believes that you should pace yourself, and what I observe is just making sure when you take those breaks between sets, after you've done 15, say, okay, I'm gonna take 5 deep breaths or 10 deep breaths, 15 deep breaths, whatever it takes for you to bring that heart rate back down for you to do your next set. Do not sit here and just stop and be like, and just pacing around, because that's not good for your muscles, it's not good for your workout. All right, tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna breathe 5 good times before I begin again, because remember, this is how you're going to burn fat. If you keep taking these huge breaks, fat will not get burned. All right, so let's go into the lunges, which I feel is probably the hardest portion of this workout. I'm going to use 10 pounds. I actually wish that I had a smaller weight, but we'll get through it, I digress. So we're not going to curl this. Your arms should be fatigued from your cardio. You just work on the placement of your foot. Your back foot should actually be facing forward. I'm gonna do the front way first, then if you need to fast forward to see what my legs look like, because the second set I will be on the side view. And the last set I will be from the back. All right, so you can see that I'm upright. It's just different things about the posture I want you to see. But for right now, my knees should be as close to the floor as possible. If you wanna wear knee pads, this is great. You wanna make sure that both knees go straight before you go back down into the 90 degree on both feet, okay, or both knees. So let's get started. We have 15, right, left is 1. All right, so this is my left leg. I have 15 on this leg, and then I have 15 on the right leg, and that's 1 set, all right? 1. I need to make more separation. My legs are long, and I can feel that I didn't do 90 degrees on that back leg. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. All right, so I count to 5 on my breath. Now I'm back to do the next leg. I'm actually excited to see what I'm gonna look like towards the end of this month, to see if I'm pushing through these sets easily or if I'm just as exhausted. 1. My knees are crinkling all over the place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh my God, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, 1. So get a good separation between your feet so that you know that you're gonna do 90 degrees on that back leg. Make sure your feet are both facing forward. Sometimes people actually have to look, all right? Some people can't tell, all right? So shrug your shoulders back, boom, head is up, let's go. 1, get those knees straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. So my back leg started moving back slightly. Whew. So let's catch our breath. Three more. One more. in a great, marvelous yoga class one day is pay attention to your exhale. Because if your exhale is bigger than your inhale, what have you actually done for your recovery? So make sure that inhale is so good. And then you slowly seep out that exhale. All right? Giving your body more oxygen to recover. So let's do the opposite leg. Woo! One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. 1. All right, delete something. All right, guys, so I need to talk about what I'm feeling. My quadriceps are at that point. They're exhausted, and I actually felt that I couldn't do any more on my quadriceps when I actually had sat down to get back up, because I remind you the videographer is also doing the exercise. So when he was doing the exercise and I had to get up, I was like, my quads are done. And so what I wanted to say to you is what I told myself, and that's make sure to do your protein consumption. Some people don't believe in protein powders. Kudos to you. There are so many protein options: eggs, raw eggs, nuts. I do feel like nuts are on the fattier side of your protein intake. So I'm going to be doing a protein powder, and that is also in my Amazon link. Sorry if you feel like me plugging my Amazon is a lot. It's just that I feel like that is very helpful to people that need and want to know. So the last exercise for your legs is deadlifts, and I was just telling him, I'm so thankful that God put this exercise in this order, because to me deadlifts are the easiest. So I'm going to do 30. I'm going to attempt 30. I'm going to do 15 to the front and then 15 to the side, so that you can see the stretch. Because what I notice about a lot of men is that there's a lack of stretch where the weights actually do not touch the floor and your knees do not remain straight. So I will say try to open up your stance, and that will help reduce your knees bending all the way like this for your weight to touch the floor. So the wider you open your stance, trust me, it's still working your glutes and your hamstrings. It's just that you don't want to be too wide where you lose balance, all right? So try to keep your legs as close as possible, because of course it will target your hamstrings and glutes better. And then make sure you pull up and you squeeze your glutes, all right? So let's do our 30, and then we have abs. So I'm using 20 pounds. I did go up on the weight because, like I told you, deadlifts are a little bit easier for me. So let's get into it. I would like my feet to be shoulder width apart, but they're going to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart for this exercise. Let me move these weights from in front of me so you can see my feet. So let's get down. My knees are going to be locked. I'm going to have my weights touch the floor, and then I'm going to squeeze my pelvic through, all right? The camera's moving around. I'm going to wait till he stops. Let's do 30, 15 to the front, 15 to the side. 1, full stretch down, pull it up. 2, full stretch down, pull it up. 3, feel it in my hamstrings. I feel it everywhere, my shoulders. 4, 5, 6. This helps your lower back as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. I'm gonna give you guys a side angle. Let me discuss where I feel it. I feel it exactly where I need to feel it. You guys, I discussed earlier in this video that I need to have more definition on my hamstrings. This actually needs to have like a bridge. So hopefully with God's help, I'll be consistent 5 days a week doing this exercise. And you guys will notice that my hamstrings will have a bit more of a peek out right here. Glutes should be lifted slightly like this, and then cellulite should be reduced because everything lifted up. So that's the goal with deadlifts. And then your back, your lower back should also get deeper. Your nape of your back. So if you're a woman, when the nape of your back gets strengthened and it goes in, you get an appearance of a bigger butt. All right? They don't talk about that. They always want to talk about squats. But if you work on the nape of your back, that's also going to help with that peek out of your butt. All right? So let's do the 15 on the side. Shoulder width apart on the feet. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see in the 4, Jay? 5, 4, 3, and do a pan up and down. 2, 1 more. 1. Woo. We got one more exercise. Hey guys, we made it to the end of this video, and I just want to say shout out to you, because this is actually all about you. This is about your results. This is about your consistency. This is about you caring about you. You cared enough about yourself to click onto this video. So shout out to you. So the ab workout, I love this exercise because I've been doing it since my college days. And I actually had an old school television. I'm gonna give you guys a backstory of me. Let's get 15 knocked out. So the goal is 45 sit-ups, 3 sets of 15, or just do the 45. So as I'm starting, I'm gonna tell you the story. So when I was in college, I went there with this microwave television, which had an antenna. The antenna was a hanger. That goes to show you how, I would say, how underprivileged I probably was. And I used that television to do my sit-ups. I need the cameraman to make sure I'm in frame. Okay, thank you. 6. And so I would put that television on my stomach, hold it just how I'm holding these weights, and do sit-ups. And so I didn't know what my future was to be. I just enjoyed working out. And so guess what happened, guys? I ended up going to a club one night, and a photographer saw me dancing, and he was like, I want to take some pictures of you, which they do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know how those photographers be trying to take pictures of you. And so, what number am I on? Let's say 10. So, I was in the club, the photographer was like, hey, I want to take some pictures of you, and I was with my boyfriend. So I was like, this guy wants to take pictures of me, and he knew him, thankfully. He was like, yeah, he cool. So I took some pictures. This photographer was so persistent. He was like, I'm doing a calendar. I want you to be in my calendar. And then he got a hold of me. I don't know if I gave him my number because my boyfriend was cool with him. Gave him my number, he contacted me. I swear to gosh, next day, I was taking pictures for the calendar. Guess what happened after that? I'm on the cover of the calendar. so here I am. Guess what? Guess what was like magnified in my photos? My abs. So I ended up on the cover of this amazing college calendar. And guess what? He put the right person on the cover. Because I ended up being the most persistent when it came to selling the calendar and being reliable to go sell it. So we would go to the fire department, the police department, the malls, and once he saw that people were just buying this calendar, once he saw that people were just buying a calendar, he was like, we're hitting the road. So like 3 of us, and that's why my college friend is still my friend, because she started going on the road with me. And child, we couldn't stop selling this calendar. And I came back here to Miami, sold a calendar to the right person. And he was like, stay here. I want to introduce you to somebody. And guess what? It was an agent in Miami, and I ended up being in all these music videos in Miami. Isn't that crazy? All because of what? My sit-ups. So I'm gonna do one more set, and I pray that this was very motivational, especially if you're younger, because you just don't know what will separate you from 1,000 people. And I'm gonna tell you why I said 1,000. When I auditioned for the Miami Heat, I think 3,000 girls tried out, because that's when it was like crazy big to be a Miami Heat dancer. And I promise y'all, either it was 1,000 or 3,000. I was near the end. I had showed up late. So I was near the end, and it worked out in my benefit because I was able to practice longer, and I ended up making the team. And guess what, guys? It was my abs. It was my abs. So I'm just kidding when I say that. Not really, but it does separate you from the girls. Okay, so what's important about sit-ups that I do is holding the weight near to your chest. The weight cannot be down here. It can't be out here. The weight has to stay near to your chest, making sure that your stomach is working it. Also, go all the way down, come all the way up, all right? So I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, you're gonna see me at the end of this month to see what and how effective this workout is. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you proof. Today is the 11th, okay? I told you that the workout ends on the 11th. It's September 11th. Can you see that? We started August 11th. You saw it? We're ending it September 11th. Okay, so it's important that you guys know that I'm actually doing what I'm putting out in front of you. I have always posted my workout videos monthly on here. I always excite you every other week on live stream. But for fall, to get everybody ready for their New Year's resolution, it's important that I finish out this segment and show you how many days I did it. So first 2 weeks, let's get into the gist of logistics. First 2 weeks, 5 days a week, nonstop. The first week, I actually did not understand the pain. It was uncomfortable and it was hard, and it didn't stop being hard. The second week, I didn't want to do it, but the pain was not as bad. The third week, my knee on the second day of training actually kind of gave out. So I would go into my lunge, and then my knee would be a pain that I was worried about. It wasn't soreness, it was a pain. And so what I did was I took that information, I did my cardio on the third day, and then I also went into the beach. I went into the beach water, soaked my knees, soaked my body, and then on the fourth day, I did cardio, and on the fifth day, I did weight training and cardio, okay? The last week, which is this week, I did the workout 3 times. My knee is better because I'm using my knee pads, which is in my Amazon link, okay? My knee is better, but it is only because I did a cold plunge, I did infrared treatment, and because I went into the beach that day, okay? And because I took the break. So I will say that when I felt like there was an issue, I actually took a break instead of pushing it because I don't know what would have happened if I pushed it, okay? So I needed to put those disclaimers because on the last week of training, I did the exercise 3 times, okay? This is the 3rd day of the last week, and I'm gonna do the exercise with you as I told you I would do. Let's talk about body transformation. My arms to me, look at my shape. Let's just look at my shape. So the shape is shaped. So I'm gonna be honest. At first I was like, is there a tremendous difference? The shape is the difference. So I'm gonna put my arms out. To me, you can see the separation here. I do feel like the arm exercises for the cardio added to that. I'm gonna turn around so you can see my back and the arm results. I also feel like I have less cellulite the look of it, not the whole less cellulite, but just the appearance. I feel like there's less. I feel like the exercise did round up my butt slightly. You could tell from the side, slightly. The ab workout was not difficult. It actually, only thing about the ab exercise is because it's at the end, you're actually like, I don't feel like doing it, okay? But I will say on the side, you actually could see the indentation more. And then look, when I'm touching my stomach, there is no fat here anymore. I don't know if I touched my stomach on the 1st, like on the 11th of August, but look, there's like no fat. Look, that's crazy. So I will say the ab exercise did eat down. My legs, you can see them, but only when I'm flexing, which is why we're continuing on for the rest of fall with leg exercises. Because if you're anything like me, your weight goes to your legs, the weight goes to your lower body extremities, and you need to work harder on it. If you want to build, let's just say you're opposite of me, you want to build muscle, this is perfect for you. Perfection. Just lift heavier, okay? So my legs to me look a little bit better, but I'm excited for the next months to follow. So let's get into the exercise. You will see, I don't think I struggled when I first did it. I struggled day 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm gonna start with deadlifts. I'm gonna do 25 pounds. And let's get into that. We have 3 sets. And I'm happy you guys watched the first workout video. I really hope that you can see my transformation, because to me, that's what's impeccable. Look at the shape. This is crazy. I feel like I have an hourglass figure now. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna play some music and get through this workout. I don't need my knee braces for the deadlifts. Two more sets. 6, 7. On this workout video, I want you guys to tell me when you started sweating, or if you sweat at all right? All right guys, so the knee braces, I told you, by the 3rd week, I already had these because of my years of working out. So I do feel like my discomfort in my knee, it just stems from my years of working out. I don't think that everyone's gonna experience that, so I do wanna use that as a disclaimer because you may not experience anything, and I hope that for you. So the knee brace is in my Amazon link, and anything else that you think will make you more comfortable in the gym is in my Amazon link, from waist trainers to the lotion that I used on my skin. You never know, that could be why I burned a lot of fat around my stomach. The next workout, I'm excited to start it tomorrow, but it's not easy. But what I do love is that I don't have to come to the gym at all right? Because the weights that I'm using, I actually bought it from Amazon. So I don't have to come to the gym, because I think that having to do more makes you do less. So let's get into the next workout. I just needed to share that with you. All right, you can push play, right? So let's do the picture. Ready? I do want to say that, thank God, the lunges are only 2 sets. all right? Because when I was doing this workout, I would look forward to the lunges because I knew it was only 2 sets. So let's get started, 15 on each leg. Remember, I'm gonna take time because this knee is still activated. So I'm gonna take time, all right? I can probably time lapse this video, but it's up to the editor. Let's get started. Yeah, thank you. I do want to say, guys, if you're able to do this workout at home, get grounded. Take off your shoes. Some days I actually had to take off my sneakers and I felt better. Try that. Whew. When I tell y'all, thankfully this is only 2 sets, I'm not kidding. Because when you start sweating, it's when I hit my lunges. One more, guys. My leg is burning, I love it. I did this workout once a week outside, just to burn as many calories as possible. And when I tell you, I would have to stop and sit down. That's crazy. Outdoors is a different beast. 5 more. I can't, but I can. Oh, thank you. Jesus, help me. Ah! All right, guys, so what I wanted to say is that I may be wrong, but it just feels better to get your heart rate back down before you move on to the next exercise. Some people like that push of adrenaline. I'm just a little scared, especially when I do my exercises outdoors, because sometimes outdoors can get lightheaded. And so I train myself to try to get my heart rate down as much as possible before I move on. My heart rate going back up. In the comment section, I want y'all to tell me which exercise was the hardest for you.